You might notice things look a little bit different than they have in the past. And obviously depending on when you're watching this, but I'm currently recording this in April of 2020. And this video actually starts kind of a new chapter in vintage toy freedom. I've been doing this for a few years now. I started off, I didn't even have a tripod. I would just kind of hold it and open it with one hand, and it was just kind of a mess. Finally got a tripod. And I've been doing it for a while. You know, obviously don't have a ton of subscribers or a ton of views, but I think it's fun. And, you know, the few of you who actually tune in and watch it and enjoy it, I think, you know, find some value in it. So I just wanted to update it a little bit and make it look a little bit nicer, a little bit more professional. Obviously, it's not some award-winning production. It's still just kind of my bedroom and, you know, on a tripod with some toys and in front of my really cool vintage G.I. Joe toy box. But you notice the title screen. I'm going to start doing a little bit more with like kind of descriptions and things like that, and a little bit of video editing. I'm not certainly an expert on it. I'm just using like the cheap free one that's on my laptop, but I'm hoping to make these a little bit more engaging. And we'll see how that goes. And maybe, you know, we'll try that out for 6 months or a year, and then maybe move on to the next step. I mean, eventually I'd like to actually have a logo and some other things as well. But we'll see. So, anywho, thanks for just being here and for watching. I'm also going to try to have less of a lag. In the past, sometimes I would release videos months, in some cases like a year or more after I'd recorded them. So I want these to be a little bit more kind of up to date, I guess you would say. So that we are starting here in this new chapter of Vintage Toy Freedom with this Toy Biz X-Men. What else? We have a bajillion Toy Biz figures. This is Savage Land Wolverine. He has super slash and claw action and a bajillion. Did I just say bajillion twice? I don't know. Accessories, and he comes with a cool Flair Marvel Masterworks card. So this here Wolverine, they go to the Savage Land. If you're not aware, it's sort of like this hidden land in Antarctica, and there's like dinosaurs and stuff. That's where Sauron lives and different things like that. You've actually seen me open, hopefully. If not, check it out, please. I'll post a link in the comments below. The Savage Land Storm and Colossus. And Storm looks kind of like a cave woman, and Colossus is actually a Triceratops, which I don't really understand. But really cool figures. Those ones are pretty neat. So so check that out. So anywho, I have this Wolverine here. I got it for a deal, I think, from Retro Toy Envy. So shout out to Retro Toy Envy. And there was a reason I got this. Wolverine's cool. I like Wolverine. I mean, who doesn't? But part of the reason I got it is actually dangling off the back right there. And that's because as a toy collector and also toy seller, you know, I have my own eBay store. I also work for my friend's store, Yojo Outlet. So shout out to Yojo Outlet. And we come across a lot of accessories, and this guy has a lot of accessories. So that's kind of why I wanted to buy it, because I was never actually sure how many weapons he came with, because they're pretty easy to identify. They all have this sort of kind of ribbed handle, and they're all different types of blades. But again, I wasn't sure how many he had, because you'll often find just one of these, like, in, you know, if you buy a lot of toys or some accessories or whatever. So let's get this card out of the way. Here we have Mr. Gambit, who's obviously another very cool X-Men figure. Lots of people, or character, lots of people's favorites. Gambit versus Sabretooth in X-Men number 33. So that's what that is. The art is by, it doesn't say who the art's by. Oh well. So there's Gambit. As far as I can tell from just seeing these in the package and opening them, they're just randomly inserted. I mean, these Flair cards, or the different cards they included with these Toy Biz X-Men figures. So I don't think there's any real rhyme or reason, at least from what I've seen. All right, so let's first check him out. Now, this is a cool sculpt. They made lots of Wolverine figures you've seen me open Weapon X from the Age of Apocalypse line. You've seen me open the Space Wolverine. I think it's from the Phoenix Saga. And I think I've opened a, the like Missile Flyers Wolverine. And I don't know if I've opened any others. Maybe a Stealth Wolverine. I'm not sure. But I've definitely opened Weapon X from Age of Apocalypse, Space Wolverine, and the Missile Flyers. So check those out if you haven't. So this one is cool because, adjust them a little bit. And for being in a plastic prison for, this is from 96, so for 24 years, he's in pretty good shape. So what's cool about him is he has this claw slashing action. So let's say, I don't know, Thanos happens to come up. Obviously, Thanos would destroy Wolverine, but Wolverine doesn't care. That's what makes him cool. He just is the best at what he does, and so he can come up here and just slash Thanos. So a cool action feature reminds me of the Kenner figures, like the Kenner Superpowers and some of the other Kenner figures where they had a just very simple but very effective and useful action feature. Like some figures have action features that don't make sense. That makes sense, right? You're a kid, you have Wolverine, you squeeze his legs, he slashes the bad guys. This paint scheme's really cool, the kind of tiger stripes or zebra stripes, or whatever they might be, kind of the bone belt necklace accents. So a really cool looking figure. Now these accessories, so he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He comes with 8 knives, which is pretty excessive. I don't know why he came with that many. And they actually they reused these knives in other Wolverine figures, so I couldn't tell you, excuse me, exactly which one, because there's like, you've actually seen me open the first version Wolverine, the one where his mask kind of works as a ring and he has a sword. So check that out as well. I just remember that. The second one, he has like an Uzi. There's like Weapon X. There's a third version, a fourth version. There's him in like his clothes, like just like a jacket and jeans. I don't know. So there's like one, he's kind of like a, not futuristic, I don't know. It's like the 5th version or 6th version of Wolverine. I don't know. But he also came with these. He's kind of like one version has like black and one version has gold. I think one was a KB exclusive. I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, he came with a lot of weapons here. Interestingly, he only has one hand that can actually hold these weapons. So, you know, he's got that knife. He's got this kind of a blade or a sickle, I guess it is. It's kind of weird. Doesn't fit in his hand very well. This is an interesting one. The handle's very strange, and that actually poked me and kind of hurt. So kind of a weird inclusion. And they probably just, you know, they probably just figured, hey, we have all these Wolverine knives. Let's just include them with this Wolverine. I mean, I don't know if he actually needs all these. This one looks more like a hatchet. That one kind of looks like a, almost more like pliers, another knife, and that one looks a little bit like a can opener or something. I don't know. So, just a bunch of knives. I don't know if there's any relevance to the comic or the show or anything like that, but I wanted to open this just to have it as reference. I'm going to actually keep it like this, keep these on the tree, and keep those close by because, you know, if I ever come across all of them, I would love to know which ones go to him, because obviously as both a collector and a seller, you know, it's nice to have things that are complete. So if you want to complete this Savage Land Wolverine or some of the other Wolverines that came with these knives, you need all 8 of them. So that's it. We have Wolverine, we have a Gambit trading card, we have a bunch of knives, we have a really cool figure. I mean, this really is a nice looking figure, and it's something that I think Toy Biz did a really great job. You know, around 96, as you can see, they had, I mean, there was just a ton of X-Men, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Hulk, that kind of stuff. And, you know, not all of them are great. They start getting into some really weird stuff. This Really cool, really nice one. Great figure for all Wolverine fans, X-Men fans, and toy collectors. So, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning into kind of this new chapter of Vintage Toy Freedom. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you could subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it, let your friends know. That would be really great. If you have any suggestions of what you'd like to see me open, I've opened hundreds of figures, so there's a chance that I might have already opened it. But I'm always on the lookout for new cool stuff. I have a huge stack of toys that I still need to open, so like I'm good for probably a solid year at least. But I'm always on the search for new cool things like this Savage Land Wolverine. So thanks for watching. Open your toys, slash them open with your adamantium claws that say Snikt, and play with them.